Hello and welcome to Sheba Online Classes, Standard 6. Today I will be taking Unit 2 Prose lesson, Trip to Ooty. Okay. How many of you have gone to Ooty? Where is Ooty? Nilgiris, isn't it? So, such a beautiful hill station, and definitely many of you would have gone there, isn't it, during your summer vacation? Okay, fine. Now, this is telling you, describing how Ooty is, how the trip to Ooty, that is from, there is one train, there is one toy train. The toy train takes you up the hill, and on the way, as you are going to the Ooty hill, all the scenic, beautiful, the scenery, and the description of the scenery is so beautifully described in this lesson. Okay. Now let me start this lesson. First, I will tell you about the train, a small train. What is the toy train about? Okay. The toy train, Nilgiris Mountain Railway, was built by British in 1908. Okay. When was it built? It's a very important information everybody should know. Okay. So, it was this Nilgiri Mountain Railway was built by British in 1908. Mountain train is another showcase of heritage of India. It is also known as the heritage of India. Actually, what happened before say a few years back, there was an accident, and we had to stop the train because it was quite dangerous to cross the that is, there was a very narrow bridge will be there, so they have to cross that, and if you see down, it will be a big valley and quite dangerous. There was some accident, and we had to stop the train. But now it has been privatized, and it is very beautifully maintained, and now you can go. It is very, everybody can have the opportunity to go in this train. Okay. What has been built in 1908 by British, it has been working for a long time, and then in suddenly some place it was, for a few years it had been stopped, and now it is back again. Okay. Now this rail connects Udagamandalam and Mettupalayam. You have to get down in Mettupalayam to get to go on this train. Otherwise, you have to take a bus or a car up the hill. But that is not quite interesting. Okay, not joyful. Going in this toy train only is really very interesting, because you can see the whole nature in front of you. And you have to cross the narrow the bridges over there, and this side and that side you can see lot of animals also you can see. Okay, so nice to travel in that train. The journey is a quite picturesque train ride that mesmerizes travelers of all age groups. Mesmerizes means you'll be so involved that it will be like one imagination, fantasy land. You'll be as though you're going in a fantasy land. So beautiful it will be. Any age group, it can be old or young. Everybody enjoys this trip. This train travels through 208 serpentine curves. That's it. Like this, how hairpin, when you travel by bus or car, there will be hairpin bends, no? The hairpin, they say. How is the hairpin like this, no? So when you go, there will be one curve like that, round the things. Like this, there has to be so many curves till you reach the top of the mountain. So here, there are serpentine curves with the train, no, in the middle of that mountains and all. It gives serpentine curves. Like this, serpentine means it like one snake, it will move. Okay, and 16 tunnels it go under. That is, tunnels where in between the mountains. The mountain is carved through, and then it goes inside. Okay, and then 250 bridges and waterfall hood, cliff edges, tea estates covering a distance of 26 kilometers. So all this definitely must see, no? The uphill journey takes about 4 hours. So like this, from Mettupalayam to Udagamandalam, you have to travel how many 4 hours journey that is. In the year 2005, UNESCO declared the Nilgiris Mountain Railway as an extension of the World Heritage Site, Darjeeling Himalayan Railway. Vintage steam locomotive is still retained as an excellent attraction to this train. So it is not like how trains are now, diesel train, no, not like that. It is that same, that chugging away, that is kind of how the steam comes out, steam locomotives, steam engine, that is. Okay, first how it was introduced, no? First train, how was the train? It was a steam engine. The same thing is being maintained. How it was invented long back, the same thing it is. Okay, so this train, so definitely we all must have an opportunity to go in this train. Okay, now this lesson is about, now this I have told you about the train, right? Now here a group of students from, they are enjoying, the class 6 students have been taken on a trip to Ooty. Okay, and how many students are there? There are 20 students, boys and girls together, 20 students are there. and in that the class teacher is Geeta class teacher. Her name is Geeta ma'am. She takes the students to Ooty. And who are the friends? That is who writes actually it is letter. A letter is written to her friend Merlin. One girl is writing a letter to her friend telling her about her experience, how she enjoyed in Ooty. Okay, Merlin is writing, and who are Merlin's friends? Fatima and Muthu. Okay, Muthu is a very mischievous boy in the class. So what he did, you will know. So this lesson is divided into 3 sections. Section 1, 2 and 3. Okay, the first session, what is it? Let's see. Let's read the first section 1. Here the letter starts. Merlin, she is writing a letter to her friend Malli. Merlin writes a letter. What she says, she had enjoyed the class trip. She had so much preparation. She was so excited to go on this trip, and she prepared all her things. That is, packed her bag. Or the starting part. Okay, and then she started the beautiful journey to the Ooty. Then by the toy train, she said that it was a spectacular trip up and down the slopes with the birds and trees dancing all along. Ooty is so close to Coimbatore, she said. And then she was so thrilled when the school arranged this trip. So all that she was telling how it was, how the starting of the trip. Then she said, definitely I would like to share my experience with you. You also must go to such a beautiful place. But how? You must travel through this toy train only. Then I looked around the wooden. Then afterwards they came to the station, and all the children were taken into the toy train. So everybody lined up and went into the toy train, and inside how they were not very luxurious. It's not a luxurious train. It has only got wooden chairs because it has to be light. No, if it is heavy, it cannot cross all that bridges, 250 bridges. Okay, it should be light. So there are only wooden furnitures, chairs, and with oil painted walls. Then there are oil painted, that is painted walls all inside the train. No, a lot of scene, lot of beautiful pictures were painted. And then she put her luggage on there's one side there's one thing, no, mesh rack like they kept all the luggage on the rack, and she were all excited, all sitting, and finally the train started. Then she called out Fatima, one girl, no, her friend. She said they opened a tiffin and they were about to eat. So they started eating. One of the friend had got what she brought is parota and delicious chutney. She had chutney. So they were having that. Then after that, the teacher said, okay, now we are going to see this. Look at the she was telling the rules and regulations. How to be, what to be, don't put out your hand, don't walk in the train. Regular instructions given by teachers. Then after the instructions was given, then the train started with a jerk, sudden jerk it started, and then it started going. And what did they see first? With a long hoot. Before how the coo, that sound will come, no, like that kind of a sound, nice sound. It's not like in the regular trains we cannot hear that kind of a sound. Okay, then everyone clapped, all the children started, when the train started moving, all the children started clapping and they were enjoying themselves. The train went sneaking up the steep hillside, weaving its way through the forest and tall trees waving in the breeze. So where is the train? Train is here. It is going. You can see the trees behind, one big like one valley going, and you can see the nature fully. Then one of the boys said, Muthu, his name is, so slowly I can walk. He said, why is the train going so slowly? I think I can walk alongside it, he was saying. Because why is it going slowly? Because it cannot go in speed, no, because it has to go along that narrow rail track, and then has to go so slowly. Only then you can enjoy the nature. If it goes quickly, so fast, means like one bullet train, will we enjoy the nature? No, slowly it goes, just for us to enjoy the nature. Because in between there are a lot of animals coming. So if you just go in speed, what will happen? You will hurt all the animals. Okay. So at the other end, the teacher saw him and said, Muthu, you should not walk about, don't go back to your seat. He was trying to walk about the train. What instruction that the teacher gave? Not to walk, sit in one place and enjoy the nature. But this fellow was trying to walk. Then teacher with a firm voice said, go back to your place and sit there and enjoy the nature. So then with a long face, he went and sat in his place, Muthu. So that was the first section of the lesson. Now we are going into the section 2. In section 2, what is it? Now now Merlin is describing the nature. What did she see? She saw beautiful trees, long, tall trees, and then how there were so many waterfalls, and how then she saw so many monkeys. The monkeys were trying to, with the babies clinging onto their stomach, no, that jumping onto the train, and any station it stops, no, they will come near the passengers and they'll ask for bananas, and the passengers will give them bananas. Okay, one monkey tried to snatch away the banana from the from one child. Okay, so all this she was telling. So it was very cute to see, and one girl started screaming when the monkey came so close to snatch the banana away from the hand. So then it was Muthu's turn to snigger. Muthu was trying to getting scared to go near the monkeys. And then they saw misty clouds when they were crossing the bridges, no? The 250 bridges I told you, no? When they were crossing the bridges, they could see the clouds so near to the train. Okay, the clouds were so misty, so it was, whole place was so beautiful with clouds hanging down, so that when the train is crossing, it goes through the clouds like that. So beautiful it was. It was like it was a dream sequence in a movie. Okay, like they were in a movie and they could see that fantasy train going inside and having a dreamland like that. That kind of a feeling they had. Pointed to bubbling stream with waterfalls, and they're looking at here and there, each side they could see waterfalls, and everybody were enjoying the beautiful scene. And then suddenly the train came to a stop. What happened? Everybody were wondering what happened. Why did the train stop? With a sudden thud it stopped. Why? What happened? What happened? Everybody looking out of the window. So then they could see, till here it is the section 2 is over. The next is section 3. There only is the what happened, why did it stop, they are going to explain. In section 3, what is it about? Now in section 2, how it stopped, suddenly the train stopped, no? And now here they are telling why it stopped. It stopped because there was a baby elephant sitting on the tracks. A baby elephant was sitting there. His mother was going on trumpeting and calling the baby, come out from the track, but the baby was not at all moving. It was still sitting there in the track itself. Then the mother elephant was trying to bring the baby elephant out of the tracks, but it was not budging 1 inch. It was standing there and just like one fussy child, no, calling a child to come, but not coming. Same thing. It was making a lot of fuss and sitting on the tracks itself. So only the train stopped. That is why I told you before why it was going so slowly. Earlier Muthu was telling why is the train going so slowly. This is the reason. The train was going so slowly that you can just walk beside it. Why? Because these kind of animals, no, will suddenly they'll cross the track and go. For them only it goes very slowly. And now what happened is that this baby elephant was not leaving that track. And then so they were trying. So many people people were getting scared. No, elephant definitely they'll get scared to go near it. And then but Muthu, what happened? Such a brave child he is. He took a bunch of bananas and he went near the baby elephant. And what happened? He was trying to show it to him, to get it out. So when he showed it, he tried to move. When it moved again, it came. Muthu went back. Like we're trying to reach the bananas. The baby elephant was trying to reach the bananas, but Muthu was going back. Look, as he was going back, then slowly the baby elephant came out from the track and he gave the bananas to the baby elephant. And all this who was watching? The mother elephant was watching. If anything happens, no, mother elephant get very angry. They will just take that whoever that is, throw him out of the place. So they will sometimes kill us, stamp and kill them. But this mother elephant was sitting there and just watching what is happening. So the baby elephant, Muthu was trying to attract the elephant by showing the bananas so that it moves out from the track. So luckily, fortunately, he had succeeded in his thing. So what happened? The baby elephant moved out, he gave the bananas, and everybody, when Muthu came inside, everybody clapped his courage, and then the train moved on and it reached the Ooty. So once it reached to Ooty, everybody were telling about they were so excited when they got down from the train. So this is what the trip is about. So this trip was so well described by Merlin, telling a friend about this. This completely is a letter actually. This lesson is in 3 sections, is a letter. Okay. So finally the letter is completed. She said, definitely you must go to this fantastic trip, but you must travel only in this toy train. Any fast moving train will you not enjoy this. So you please make a plan and go to Ooty, she said. And so that's what we saw, and whatever happened she has written. So this is what this lesson is about. Hope you enjoyed listening to this lesson. Please go through once you read it, and then all the whatever book back, each section has got that is particular questions given. So, go through it, learn all the questions. See you next class. Thank you.